Welcome to another episode of Bricks Garden Book Lecture Series. Today let us try to understand and discuss about the nitty-gritties of growing leafy vegetables in containers in urban terrace gardens or balcony gardens, whatever may be the case. So in our previous episodes that we have tried to understand various aspects of the urban foodscapes, growing bush vegetables, growing vine vegetables, like this, that we have tried to understand. If you have not watched our previous episodes, please log into Bricks Bio on YouTube and see about all these basics. So commonly grown leafy vegetables in urban foodscapes, or what we generally like or commonly grown in our gardens, are maybe coriander, spinach or palak, amaranth, or we call it as dantu, sabzige or dil, or maybe chakota, or of course recently that we have started growing certain exotics like lettuce, and there are so many other leafy vegetables that we like to have, and even fenugreek, menthia. So many of us like to have this in our gardens. So like that, there are different type of leafy vegetables that can be grown in containers. Apart from this, there are so many weeds, edible weeds. So that also can be considered as leafy vegetables, but I am not touching upon those things because it's a huge topic. So we will try to understand that these very commonly grown or commonly used the leafy vegetables or leafy greens in our kitchens. So to start with, to grow leafy vegetables, what we need is a very viable, good and bold seeds. See, generally we fail and we probably always see or get the questions saying that somehow our the seeds are not germinating, the weeds, the plants are very weak. So they are not coming up nicely, or not germinating properly. So these questions that we generally get, and it is very common, particularly in leafy vegetables, where the seeds are harvested from the farms, where the seed production procedures are not commonly or not properly followed. But see, we are in urban foodscapes. We are practicing urban foodscapes. So we want to learn, we want to grow following safer and simple practices. So at least we should not be using any seeds which are treated. See, treated seeds should not be used. Like this, maybe coriander, if you can just make out. See, this is an treated seed. So probably for the trial purpose, you can always use the coriander from your kitchen, but it is not suggested, because all this may be coriander or methi or whatever is there in our kitchen. They are generally dried properly, or they are sometimes even dried excessively, or to kill the store grain pests, so or to protect from the store grain pests. So they may not germinate properly. It is not correct, but for the trial purpose, yes, you can still use. Maybe the germination percentage is only 50%, or if it germinates also, it may not grow into a proper seedling. So for the trial purpose, you can still use. Otherwise, it is always better to purchase from the known sources which are untreated, which are generally not treated seeds, the common seeds that which are not treated. See, you will get in the market many, especially today there are so many organic stores where you will get untreated seeds. The particularly palak, the amaranth, the methi, these seeds are generally not treated. But if you are purchasing from the supermarkets or from the stores, they may be dried excessively, they may not germinate properly. On the other hand, the coriander, yes, so many times the coriander is treated because it is highly susceptible for store grain pests, and it will lose its viability, it will lose its germination capacity very quickly. So for that purpose, the coriander is many times treated, and if you want to get, you have to get from the known sources. Leafy vegetables are harvested very quickly. See, generally for vegetable purposes, so they are harvested in 35-40 days time, or even 30 days time. If your growing medium, if the nutrient status of the growing medium is very good, and if other conditions like light and other maybe your watering practices and other things are followed properly, so then you can harvest the leafy vegetables in 30 days time. Let us say that it will take 40 days. So for that purpose, that you need to have the containers which are quite shallow. They are shallow rooted plants only, but you can have any type of containers which are shallow. Something like this. See, one example that I am just showing. If you are using a grow bag, so the depth can be 6 to 9 inches, not more than that. No, it is not required. So if you think that it is too deep, then probably you have to fold it like this, and you can use this kind of containers of shallow depth. So otherwise, see this kind of trays where it is just 4 inches, or even less than that, maybe the 3 inches. So this is more than sufficient for growing leafy vegetables. So or in your houses, that if you have some the plastic trays and other things, which is even not even 3 inches, 2 inches. So particularly that if you are growing this for microgreens purposes, and leafy vegetables are not necessarily that you have to grow as microgreens, but if you can use this kind of trays also, that you can still use. See, we always say for the plastic containers, so before throwing, can we use it once? So at least for growing the certain leafy vegetables, that you can use this kind of trays. So that way. Other than that, there are different type of containers that you can use. See, the depth can be 6 to 9 inches. That is more than sufficient. All different type of containers that you can use. It is wider. If it is wider, it is always better. Or otherwise, yes, you can use this kind of the coir pots or the mud pots, whatever may be the case, that whatever type of containers that you have, that you can always use. For leafy vegetables, like any other type of vegetables, that you can use 1 portion of soil and 3 portion of compost. That 3 portion of compost can be an animal compost or animal component, or vermicompost, and a portion of coco peat or the leaf powder. That whatever you have. See, 1 portion of animal compost, 1 portion of vermicompost, and 1 portion of coco peat with 1 portion of soil. So that way that we can have. Or if we don't have vermicompost or compost, you can use 2 portions of the vermicompost or 2 portion of animal compost. Whatever that you have, that you can use. It is not there, but it has to be nitrogen rich. So you know that this is more succulent. Leafy vegetables are more green, so they have to be green. So your growing medium should have more of nitrogenous materials, more of magnesium and calcium. So this kind of nutrients that you should have in the growing medium than the phosphorus or potassium. They should be there, but so their quantity can be less, because we are not growing this for the seeds or the flower purposes. Our expectation here is more of leafy material. Now let us say that you have selected a proper container with shallow depth. So you have to think of preparing the growing medium. Let us say that you have vermicompost, the 1 portion, or you have the home compost, or the animal component, 1 portion. So you can add that if you have the home compost and other things. To this, that you add maybe a component of leaf powder or coco peat. Coco peat, that you can add little more, because the leafy vegetables, they need the softer growing medium, and a component of soil, so red soil or black soil, that whatever you have. So you can just mix them nicely in the container, or you can separately mix and put this medium to the container where you want to go for planting. See, now let us say that we want to grow, or we want to plant coriander for our purpose. See, what I am telling is that these leafy vegetables, that you cannot plant them individually, you have to go for broadcasting. So they are not small seeds, especially coriander, palak are not that small seeds, but wherever you are harvesting in bundles, it is better to go for maybe broadcasting, not in individually planting. So, or otherwise you can make some rows in the medium, and you can plant in rows. That is also possible. So you can, the only thing is that your seeds are to be very good, but sometimes that we are not experts, so we can mix the seeds with maybe equal quantity of dry sand, or equal quantity of maybe idli rava, the broken wheat or something like that, and once it is done, you can just cover this. So if you grow in rows, then it is much easier for you. So now similarly for palak, so instead of going row, you can uniformly distribute the seeds on the growing medium, and above that you can thinly distribute the medium, not very deep. So it should be a thin layer. If it is very deep, probably the germination may be affected. So like this, you can just pat it, you can just compact it and sprinkle little bit of water. Once it is done, you can slowly sprinkle water above this. So immediately after planting, not too much of water. First day, if you put little bit of more water, no problem, because it is already a dry medium and it may take little bit extra, but every day it won't, the leafy vegetables won't need that much of water. You can just sprinkle a little bit of water, so just to make the medium moist. See, for the leafy vegetables like amaranth, this is too small a seed. So these seeds are too tiny. It is humanly impossible to plant them individually. So again, you have to go for broadcasting or row planting. So for this, see, this tray is not that deep. So this is just maybe 3.5 inches deep. So you can just slowly broadcast. So as I was telling you, if you can mix with equal quantity of dry sand, that is very good. Otherwise you can learn in the process to distribute uniformly. So if it is little more, it is fine. So as it grows, that you can just thin out in the later stage by cutting or removing some plants from this, and on this very thinly you just distribute the same growing medium. So as I showed earlier, just sprinkle water, so and keep it little bit compacting may be required, so that it is very what is that, properly planted or something like that. And you after planting, you have to keep this in proper place where the sunlight is directly falling on the tray, so that it germinates properly. So similarly, that you can broadcast, or you can plant dill, you can plant maybe methi or fenugreek, or you can plant any other type of leafy vegetables, including lettuce and other things. Of course, lettuce can be even transplanted. These leafy vegetables are generally not transplanted, they are broadcasted, and for us as a general practitioner in urban foodscape, this is more than sufficient. It is very simple. There is no complications in the maybe in containers or in growing medium or in the seeds or planting. But after planting, that you have to keep this in proper place where the sunlight is direct. At least 2 hours of direct sunlight is required. So maybe it will start germinating, and in maybe 10-12 days time, See, this is coriander, and this will start germinating, and if the seeds are good, and if the viability is very good, the germination capacity is very good, it will grow nicely. There should not be any problem. So like this, it is about about 20 days the coriander, and it has come up nicely. Of course, this depends on many other factors, but so if the right condition, if the nutrient conditions are very good, and it will come up nicely. If the light is not good, see, just imagine that you are keeping this leafy vegetables in balcony or in shaded area or something like that, where the light is not direct, it is from the side. So sometimes that you will see the lanky plants, or even if it is a very thick planting, so that time also that you will see the lanky, this is the spinach or palak, so this is not that robust. So if it is if the light is direct and if the planting is proper, it would have been a good population or good growing condition. But here the light probably not sufficient, so it has produced a very lanky plants, and just by seeing that you can just make out somehow that these plants did not enjoy the growing conditions. You can grow in different type of containers, and if you cannot keep directly on the terrace or in the balcony floor, that you can plan for this kind of stands, and maybe iron stand, or maybe stands made out of your maybe the PVC pipes and other things. These are all do it yourself kind of stands, and you can use maybe some tiles and other things, or the wooden pieces, so that can be used as planks on the stand to this one to support the containers. Now coming to harvesting, we have different type of leafy vegetables. Just imagine that you have palak. Palak can be harvested 2-3 times. So one way of harvesting palak, maybe you can pull out the whole of the plant, the complete plant, so that you can use it. That is a very traditional method that what we see in the farmers field or in the market. Or so if you can or if you have that much of patience, that you can just harvest only the old leaves without affecting the growing tip. So anyway, so you can enjoy this process also, so that you can harvest 2-3 times. See, unless and until that you want to go for seed production or something like that, you want to produce your own seeds of the palak or something, it is not suggested. So the kind of condition that what we are giving in these kind of containers and other things may not be good for producing good quality viable seeds. But even then, that if you are passionate enough and if you want to learn and produce your own seed, you can still consider. Otherwise, that you can keep harvesting the leaves, older leaves, and allow the younger leaves to just keep growing. So you will just get the palak 2-3 times that you can harvest and use it. So similarly for Dantu, see, I have the containers today where I have harvested the plants yesterday itself. So Dantu also that you can harvest at least 2 times. See, just above the growing bud, that you can just cut it so that it will grow as a new plant. At least twice that you can harvest. Otherwise, you can just pull out. That is also possible. Or you can just cut the leaves and you can use it. So it is grown by you, and you know the components that what you have used in for growing these kind of leafy vegetables, and they are very safe and functional vegetables. See, coriander that you can harvest generally by pulling out. So it is still young. It is of course you can consider this as microgreen, or otherwise if you allow it for another 10 days, that it will be very good coriander that you can have. Generally coriander, multicut corianders are available, but the coriander that what I have grown here, what we generally get in the market is that one time harvest. They cannot be harvested multiple times. So then in leafy vegetables, after planting, after care is not that much. See, once we plant in 30 days time that we are harvesting this, the problems are not plenty, but still there are problems of particularly the leaf eating caterpillars, especially when you are growing on the ground, or when you are growing on the in the terrace with very thick population. So this leaf eating caterpillar, particularly we call it as Spodoptera or maybe Agrotis, so they will just come and lay some eggs. The caterpillars are quite big, black ones, and they can maybe overnight that they can just damage many plants. That is also possible. The other insects, generally what we see on palak and other things, are the leaf miners, or sometimes aphids. Aphids are very rare. Even the mites, the spider mites may come particularly on coriander, or sometimes maybe on some exotic leafy vegetables, that we will see the spider mites. Otherwise the insect pests are not that severe. The diseases like powdery mildew can come. Diseases can be even root rot if your drainage is not proper. So I have not touched upon those issues because I have covered these things in the previous episodes, that you can just go back and see. Drainage is very important, otherwise there will be root rot. So sometimes there will be root rot, the plants will not grow properly, so you have to think of aeration and the drainage properly. That is also very important. So after planting, so we are not going to add any compost here. Only thing is that we should think of giving liquid nutrients like maybe Jivamrita or Pytonic Plus, or even Amrit Jal, that whatever we have. Even if you are practicing the home composting, particularly anaerobic type of home composting, the Bokashi method of home composting, you can use the compost tea or the Bokashi liquid, diluting maybe 10 times or 5 times, depending upon the thickness of the liquid that what you are getting. So you can always feed once in a week, or once in 10 days, at least twice during the life cycle, so that the plants grow green, the plant grow robust, and the biomass is so good, and you are looking for that kind of biomass. So if you get the caterpillar damage and other things at least once during the planting this one season, you can just drench the medium with maybe any neem plant protectants like Neem Shakti, and using maybe 10 ml per liter of water, you can just drench the medium, so that these insects will not be there, or they don't like this kind of medium, and they may not come and they may not damage. So that is very important. Blindly you have to drench the medium with certain neem pesticides. So this is as I was telling you, that it is quite simple growing leafy vegetables. So it is quite simple, and we always say that you start with leafy vegetables. One reason is that the vegetables or the leafy vegetables that what we eat, particularly in cities like Bengaluru, where it is coming from the peri-urban belts, which is not grown with good quality water, because that kind of water is going from our houses. The surface water is not clean, with lots and lots of heavy metals like cadmium and arsenic. So people have proved it, and it has been well documented. The second reason probably you should think of going leafy vegetables is that it is very nutritious, and we all like to have the leafy vegetables in our food system. Generally that the germination is very good. If it is not germinating, that you can think of maybe a simple 3 to 4 hours warm water soaking, so that the germination is so good and other things. Otherwise all these systems that what I explained just now, so that is more than sufficient for growing leafy vegetables with 2 hours of direct sunlight. So you can be self-sufficient in leafy vegetables of your choice, in your small spaces, in your terrace gardens or in your balcony gardens. So light is a must, light is required. So you can think of some exotic leafy vegetables as well, that so in the coming episodes that we will think of covering those issues as well. So keep growing. So this is very much required, the urban foodscapes that we are all trying to understand, to the purpose of having food crops in our gardens. purpose of growing food crops in our gardens, and the idea of safe and functional food. The leafy vegetables are they can be easily grown. Thank you for watching this particular episode.